This project actually started in late 2020 and 2021, kind of at the height of COVID. And when we were working through that process, everybody was remote, so we had to actually design the project virtually.
We had very tired and outdated, interpretive space, and it really didn't serve Hoover Dam in the way that it should.
And when we walked into this space, there were exhibits that had been here 30 years. So part of it was not only reimagining how the space would work, but it was how to tell the story in a new and engaging way.
Original visitors from 1993 to about 2020, they would actually come in one direction and come out the same direction. So the flow got crossed and the story wasn't quite easy to tell with that.
This space gets an incredibly huge amount of visitors that move through on a regular basis. So design was always thinking about how do we accommodate really large groups of people moving through the space. So
we opened up side of the building on the north side, which created more area for visitors to come through the entry there.
It starts with the coming up from the dam tour. So you come up through the elevator bank and you're introduced to a wide view of the dam, but then also introduced to the interpretive storytelling. You walk in, you're introduced to the idea of flowing waters, talks about the Colorado River, and you're presented with a video screen that explains some of the concepts.
And then we took visitors, which once was a storage room.
Enter up a walkway and you proceed through a tunnel which is meant to mimic the construction site.
And through that storage room opened up this little opening into the main exhibit area. So that allows for now a one-way in and one way out.
And then as you come through that tunnel, you're presented with the construction site of the Hoover Dam.
It was very linear and very text heavy. And so people who want to read everything felt the pressure to move on. So this was set up as vignettes that you can do in any order. And it allows people to spend as much time as they want at the various exhibits.
When you're introduced to the larger exhibit area, then you see the different components of the storytelling. There's the, how it was made. There's the life of the workers, the life of the family.
It just feels like so much more exhibit space, even though it's not that much square footage, the flow is so much better.
What we wanted to do was create opportunities for them to connect with the exhibit. So it isn't just text, it's a lot of AV, digital media that's been integrated, but also places where they can have a selfie or they can step in to the story themselves.
Looking at what we have now, which is new finishes and a different style of museum where it's more immersive, it's just super exciting for us. Yeah.
And then you pass through a dam wall that signifies that you're inside the dam and you see the inner workings of the dam and how that functions.
We didn't really know what we were getting into for reclamation when we started this project. We had not I've done small interpretive, but I've never done anything like this, and no one on our team ever had.
We work on roads, concrete projects, so this was very different for us.
So we have to go further to show them what things mean and what things are going to look like. Simple space plans make sense to the architect and the design team. They don't always make sense to a client. So when you can show the client things in 3D, when you can show them sketches of what that experience is going to be like, which our exhibit designers did amazingly, you could actually start to see the experience through that space.
I think that's a huge part of the success was that it was extremely collaborative. And, it would not have been this without that collaboration.